Yo. I didn't know how else to start this off, let me tell you. Hello. So yes, we're going live on a Wednesday because I don't have control over my life. Okay, so I guess part of the reason for this is because, like, honestly, Monday just wasn't working for me this week, and also, yeah, so I literally had a choice between picking to stream on either Trans Day of Visibility, which I didn't really want to do because it's like, hey, go watch somebody else instead that probably deserves more attention that day than me, or go live today when the frickin' Switch 2 Direct happened, and I immediately dated the video by saying the VOD by saying this. But you know what? It's fine. Feels weird streaming this game. It feels like I'm a year early on I don't know how to word this, but like yeah, so I guess the most relevant bit of news is that Path of Radiance is going to be coming to the new Nintendo console's virtual console eventually. Like uh it feels like a bit of a freeze frame bonus that we even got that, but hey, it's there. It exists. I'm gonna skip the intro because we've already seen all this. And then, of course, I'm playing the sequel, and we're also today playing the most spoiler-ific part of the sequel. Well, one of the big ones, at any rate. Yeah, I guess to... Oh yeah, we wrapped up the big bridge map, which, yeah, people are really going to be figuring out, like, what the hell was going on with that back in the day, now that I'm thinking about it, huh? But anyway, I don't know how much I'm really going to talk about the Direct, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I'm still in a state of, like, yeah, that just happened, like, bunch of things. But anyway, map commentary. I'm going to shut up now.
Apostle Soniki's army, with Ike at its head, wins a great victory over Daein at Oribes Bridge. However, Apostle Soniki elects not to pursue the retreating Daein forces. Instead, she petitions King Peleus for permission to pass through Daein. After waiting for several days, she receives no reply, and Soniki reluctantly orders a march. Avoiding the heart of Daein, the army skirts along the mountains and makes its way south.
Chapter 12, The Price. Right, I forgot she passed out last time. It's been like 10 days. Makai, what's going on? I heard that you took ill in the field. Are you alright? What happened? What do you think, genius? Micaiah fainted because you've been pushing her too hard. She's terrified that she won't live up to your expectations. I didn't realize. I am so sorry, Micaiah. According to the doctor, she is suffering from severe exhaustion. She must stay in bed for a time. Well, I'm glad that she is alright. Do you think it will take long for her to recover? We must stop the Lagoos after all. Our task is not complete. Okay, that's it! Are you out of your mind? I'm getting Micaiah out of here. At this rate, if the Lagoos... It's Lagoos that we shouldn't be fighting don't kill her, you certainly will. What? But you can't leave! Oh yeah? I'd like to see you stop me. I held out until now, thinking it was best for Daein, but I was wrong. We're through with you. Please, Soph, you must reconsider. Micaiah can't leave now. King Peleus, I agree with Soph. Let Lady Micaiah go. She has done enough. No, don't leave, please! I'm begging you, I need Micaiah to stay. Peleus, what are you doing? Our army cannot function without Micaiah. I can't let that happen. The army must continue the fight. Listen, I don't know what deals you've been making with the Empire behind our backs, but I won't let you hurt her anymore. If Micaiah leaves the army, she will die. So now the king shows his true colors. Peleus, I don't care if you're the king. Threaten Micaiah again, and I'll kill you where you stand. Is that clear? She won't be the only one to die. You, me, every single person in Daein. We'll all die, and it's all my fault. Peleus, you signed a blood pact, didn't you? You signed a blood pact with the Senate after you were crowned. That's why you've been so scared, so terrified as of late. Oh, my son. What is a blood pact? Micaiah, you should try to... Please tell me, Your Majesty, what is a blood pact? I swear to you, I didn't know. I had no idea. What could be so urgent that the Empire's messenger would pay me a visit at this hour? Has something happened? King Peleus, please prepare to receive Vice Minister Daein. What? How do you do, King Peleus? How did you get here? Our Empire's magical research has made leaps and bounds. This rewarp staff is our latest invention. With the staff, one can get to any desired destination instantly. Isn't that just wonderful? Before this lovely little item, we used that ghastly warp powder. It worked well enough, but would completely exhaust whoever used it. What's the use of someone traveling anywhere if they wish, if they're too exhausted to do anything afterward? It'd take a very strong soldier to withstand the powder's side effects. The rewarp staff solves that problem. The Vice Minister. Oh, now I've said too much. I just can't help myself. I love innovation, so... if I may, what is the purpose of your visit? Oh yes, no time for idle chatter. We have a favor to ask of you, Your Majesty. As you are no doubt aware, the false apostle has raised an army of subhumans to reclaim the throne. We require the use of the Daein army to wipe out this upstart Lagoos alliance. Would you be so kind? I'm afraid I cannot deploy my army on Benion's behalf. My country cannot continue to rebuild while fighting a war. Please understand. So you reject our request? Then I have no choice but to watch you and your people perish slowly. What? You came here to make threats? The terms of our pact are quite clear in this document. That's the treaty I signed on the day of my coronation. I don't see how this pertains to... All will be made clear, young Peleus. Yes, this is the same document. You, my naive young king, signed it believing that it was an oath of reparation from Daein. Sadly for you, however... What are you telling me? In truth, this wonderful scrap of parchment is a blood pact. Once you sign the paper in blood, you can never break the terms of the pact. A blood pact? But Izuka said he saw no problems with the terms of the treaty. No, Izuka, no. How could he? That's right, Izuka is one of us. He found the perfect king who would execute the Senate's will. I can't believe it. I won't. You'd better start believing it. You've at least heard the stories of the Forbidden Blood Pact, haven't you? It's a marvelous tool used by the wise to control the foolish. A ruler agreeing to the pact is bound to it. Absolutely. Once sworn, the pact will punish any transgression in its terms with the complete destruction of his country. You can't be serious. That's impossible. Calm yourself, young king, and listen. I'll tell you an interesting story. Long ago, a foolhardy king signed a blood pact with the Empire to take back his lost kingdom. In exchange for his country, he vowed complete obedience. He soon broke the terms of the pact and began to disobey the Empire. Presumably he didn't understand the power of the oath he'd sworn. Would you like to hear what happened after he defied the Empire's will? What? It was quite tragic. One man died on the first day. He was only a peasant, so no one really noticed. 2 more died on the second day. 3 more on the third day. I think you can see where this is going. The wave of mysterious deaths spread across the kingdom like a contagion. After 30 days, the king finally realized that this was the curse of the Blood Pact, the price of infidelity. He apologized to the Empire and pleaded with them to lift the curse. His plea was graciously accepted on the 100th day. By then, the kingdom had lost half of his subordinates, as well as his lovely wife and child. That country remained under the control of the Senate for a very long time. I hope I've made myself clear. No matter how you struggle, you have no choice but to follow the orders given to you by the Empire. No matter how noble your motives, defiance against us will result in the death of your nation. This you must never forget. And one more thing. If you're considering seeking aid from outside of Daein, think again. We have spies and informants in every corner of Telegus. We will know immediately if you tell anyone. Let me get this straight. Everyone in Daein will die if you disobey the Senate? What a heavy burden. It cannot be. Show Mother the mark of your pact. It's true. This is the mark of my blood pact. My son has been deceived. Oh, give it up. You're expecting us to buy that ghost story? It's just something to scare little kings into eating their vegetables. Before you go shining Benion's boots, get some proof of the Senate's claims. We've done enough here. Micaiah, let's go. We'll let them find out if that story is real or not. It's all true, so... What? King Peleus and Queen Almeida are telling us the truth. It's hard to believe, but I can see it. My power hasn't gone away, it was just weakened from exhaustion. This is all so horrible. Now Daein can never be free from the Senate's leash. Even if it's true, Micaiah, that doesn't mean you have to go to war again. We could leave Daein. But without me, who would hold our forces together? Leaving the army would be the same as abandoning the people of Daein. I won't do it. But... I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. King Peleus, what then do you propose we do? Why, obey the Empire, of course. We have no other choice in the matter. As long as I follow the Senate's orders, no one will die because of me. No, I can't accept that. We've finally wrested our country back from the occupation forces. I'd rather be dead than have to bend to the will of the Empire. What are we, dogs? And now that Daein is ordering Daein troops into battle, we are treated as disposable pawns. Many Daein citizens will die of this pact, whether we obey it or not. It would appear that I have been crowned king during the last days of Daein. Follow or fight, the result is the same. We will be destroyed. With all due respect, Your Majesty, we can't give up. What? You heard me. The only way to really be doomed is to give up. Micaiah, there's no way out of a blood pact. None. What do you suggest we do? Look for a way out. I know Duke Lacane says the pact can't be broken, but of course he'd say that. King Peleus, you have the resources of an entire country to draw, and the best reasons to do so. Check the Royal Library, check the archives, somewhere. I'm sure you'll find something. Just don't give up. Micaiah, forgive me. I was so overwhelmed that I let myself give in to despair. But you're absolutely right. We can't give up just yet. We have people to save. Unfortunately, we don't have much time. Daein will not put off triggering the Blood Pact until after we've found a way to break it. We can make time. If we take on the Empress and the Laguz forces, it'll look as if we're obeying the Senate. In the meantime, you can research the pact. Alright, I'll start immediately. Just give me as much time as you can. Of course, we'll do our best to hold them back. Whatever it takes. So yeah, if you're wondering why I didn't end at the base here, it's because, yeah, I kind of saw that whole extensive round of cutscenes coming. It's only around 15 minutes, it's actually not that bad, but I didn't want to end with that huge dialogue prompt bombshell, even though, now that I think about it in hindsight, it might have been a cool cliffhanger to end on, but I was already going really long because of the bridge chapter, so I think it's fine. Yeah, so unfortunately, we're back with this group, for better or for worse. Yeah, like, keep in mind, I just promoted Nephedy to Sentinel. Aaron can compete, I think, with the level ups he's been getting over the course of the game, but man, he's got his work cut out for him. He's right at the verge of capping a couple of key stats, and that's really going to help, especially in the realm of speed, where I think he's really gonna fall behind if I kind of don't keep up with him. Nolan actually might be at a point where I can start using bonus experience. The Noodle Arms conundrum might be taking effect as much as I've tried to avoid it. I think that the level ups that I got from part 1 are going to help me out a fair amount. Nolan's got a fair amount of work to do, and is going to be the source of a lot of the fun that I can salvage out of this point in the game. He won't be getting Paragon this round because I want to trade this around so that other people have a chance to really get some time in the sun with it, but you never really know. Laura has promoted, and I'm gonna need an extra staff or two for this because she's gonna have a lot of work to do. Same thing goes for Zahar, who I forgot that I gave him this, but oh, you know what it was? Hang on, where's Soap? Yeah, he's got all of Zahar's equipment. I forgot I did this. You're gonna need all of them. You're gonna need everything, and I do mean everything. Gonna go ahead and take that. Soap's equipment is pretty much fine. I might need to give it... Actually, I'm gonna give him this extra Iron Knife. Ranged weapons are pretty important on this map, just because of basically how we're gonna be slowing down the Apostles' army, and... Good job, Leonardo. I'll take that. I also do have that bowgun in stock, which, in hindsight, I think might have been a little bit of a mistake, to buy that, but I do have it for if the situation is coming! Exo, I see you, buddy! How you doing, man? I am not used to that raid message popping up. How you doing? It's been a while. We're in part 3 now. Very far in, actually. We did all the stuff with Ike's group, and we've boomeranged, words are hard, back around to the Dawn Brigade, yeah. What have you been up to lately? What were you streaming? Give me a sec while I figure this out. I don't think I need the hammer on this mission. Ooh, nice, melee. Yeah, love that game. Yeah, it almost makes me wonder... In light of the Direct today, I wonder if that could end up on NSO in the future. I mean, it'd be cool, but it would probably be more of a novelty than anything else. It's not like you're suddenly going to get that game's entire competitive scene to swap over to a new console and abandon hauling around clunky CRTs. What the devil were they doing? I don't understand. No, sorry. What the devil are they doing is my point. Anyway, oh, that's where Jill's stuff went. Okay. Yeah, I streamed that back in around Christmas time. The VOD is gone, unfortunately, but I had never actually beaten a Giga Bowser in my life before. Fun fact, Nintendo hates Melee. Yeah, it's almost like when they succeed by accident, it pisses them off, because... Yeah. I'm not shocked. Mainly because they probably want you to play the new game instead, and everybody will always compare the new Smash Brothers to Melee in some capacity, because, you know, succeeding by accident is something that they kind of hate doing. Even though it happens to them more often than I think they will openly admit. Oh, I'm that poor? What the hell? I have 50... Did I literally spend all of my money? Like, I don't remember this. Like, 58 gold? Did someone hack my game? Like, what's going on here? Anyway, yeah, so I was saying earlier, I bought a bowgun because of a certain strategy involving Nolan that I'm probably going to be using. Oh, it wasn't casual. Oh, that's your take? Yeah. I could see that, but anyway. So... I bought a bowgun back in 3-6, which the VOD for that's actually... I don't know if the VOD for that is on YouTube. I think it goes up on YouTube tomorrow. But the VODs for these are going up on YouTube, and, you know, in case you want to go see it. But bought a bowgun back then, and I think it might have been a mistake because of this honker and piece of fancy equipment. The Takish? I don't know how you pronounce it. This thing is disgusting. It's a damn good crossbow, and is probably the thing I should have bought instead of the bowgun, but I'm getting ahead of myself. As for supports, yep, I can rank this up. Extra defense, I think, is... Yep, extra defense, hit rate, that's gonna be good for Aaron. Laura also weirdly benefits from it too, although... Yep. You know what I'm going to do with it, EXO. It's not going to be on this map, but we're doing both of the Dawn Brigade maps in Part 3 back-to-back, so... I figured for, like, plot reasons, among other things, it just makes sense to do that. But anyway, yeah, I mentioned the Tosh off the top of my head because... Oh, I can also do this, not that it matters. I guess the extra attack is good for Leonardo. Fuck it, I don't know. I'm not using either of these jumps, but anyway, a lot of info conversations, so we'll go around the circle. I have to head back to the castle. I have to know if there is a way to break free of the Blood Pact. Please be careful. Please, Micaiah, stop being so kind to me. It's too difficult for me. I can feel how you've suffered. You've had to endure it alone for so long. It's ghastly. It was my fault. I brought this curse upon Daein. No, you didn't know! I will protect Daein. I'll protect our country from harm no matter what happens. You have my word. Micaiah, very well. I won't give up. We'll fight destiny together. Yes. I want you to take this. I found another one in the treasure room of the castle. Stand fast, Micaiah. I will find a way to save Daein. Yeah, the Blood Pact is... I haven't mentioned it yet, but... This almost feels like... I hesitate to call this the weak link in Radiant Dawn's story, but it is... It definitely feels like a... Thanks to the follow. Follows are anonymous. Yeah, it definitely feels like a bit of a MacGuffin that they threw out because... I don't know, maybe intelligence systems needed a way to write themselves out of a plot hole that they backed themselves into by accident, which is just like, how do you get the Dawn Brigade involved in Radiant Dawn's plot after Part 1? And yeah, it's I mean, listen, Fire Emblem is no stranger to MacGuffins. I mean, the series is named after a MacGuffin when you think about it, but this one is just kind of... God, if it wasn't for how good the presentation is and how just insidious I think Daein is in introducing it, like, they make the most of it, even though I think it's definitely a weak link in the game's plot, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk to Trio, who we can actually play as again now. So, hello, General. I thought you were going to leave the army, taking Lady Micaiah with you. I was, but now we can't. Both Micaiah and I are from Daein. We can't abandon our own country. I wonder if it's the same if you leave Daein. I don't understand. If you abandoned Daein and fought on the side of a different country, I wonder if you'd still be cursed. Who knows? I'm not a sage. In any case, it doesn't matter. Micaiah would never leave Daein behind. I see. So, here, take these. Why are you giving me these? I kept them as a parting gift to you. Since you're staying, I'd like you to take them now. General. Yeah, I'll take those, and probably not give them to So, but anyway. I love it! I love it! Tyrannia just went to Foot Locker on the way to the castle. Oh, yeah, I'm skipping it. There's, like... Yeah, it could be so bad, but... God, there is some good stuff in movie theaters right now. I'm a bit of a cinephile, so I might wax... You don't get me started, is what I'm saying, EXO. Don't get me started, that's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, Yeah, the other thing is, like, Jack Black is in that movie, so it's like, hang on a minute. Wait, I think he's in that movie, right? Don't... Feel free to fact-check me on that, I could be completely wrong, but, like, good grief. These are all the funds we have for the near future. The problem now is stopping the Apostles' army from advancing. Conventional tactics won't slow them down. They'll easily break through our lines. What should we do? Micaiah? Are you alright? I'll leave the gold here. You're still not completely recovered yet. You have to rest, Micaiah. I'll try. Keep safe. Honey, Jack Black is playing Steve. Oh no. That feels like casting. That is one of the casting choices of all time. It's like, I appreciate that he approaches these voice acting roles with enthusiasm. Hell, he's probably the reason the Mario movie works in my eyes, but... Yeah, I don't think I'll be going to see it. Like, the Mario movie felt like required homework, so... yeah, I saw that, even though, like... Oh, Jason Momoa, that's more interesting. I forgot that he was in it, too. Listen, if it's just those guys if those guys are having fun, that'll be fine. Like, that alone is probably gonna be better than the Borderlands movie, which... Yeah, Borderlands being in the Nintendo Direct was not on my bingo card. Sorry if I spoiled that, but it's like... Good God, man, it's like, you're batting 1,000. You got all these people coming in and being like, yo, our game is gonna be on this new console. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. And then Randy Pitchford comes in a fucking Austin Powers cosplay, being the greasiest motherfucker, because that man is fucking greasy. And just is like, wait, I want to tell you about Borderlands 4. No shame with the Borderlands. No shame, not throwing shit on the Borderlands games, mind you. I'm a Warframe guy, but like, you know, back when I was in high school, which was in 2012, Borderlands 2 was the shit, so... A new Fire Emblem... We got, yeah... I'm not surprised. Fire Emblem is never a launch title. It never is. Like, think about how long it took for the Switch to get a Fire Emblem game. Like, I'm okay with... Yeah. No, like, here's the thing. They needed to do that because I think Nintendo is keenly aware that part of the reason that the Wii U flopped is because they didn't get third-party devs in on the action early on, and kind of running the gauntlet of, like, basically everybody that Nintendo could be buddies with is... Yeah, like, that FromSoft vampire game that got announced looks freaking sick. there's enough launch titles in the in the pipeline. Like, I don't think Civ 7 is very good, but I would be very curious to see how it works with the mouse controls. Like, there's enough for me to chew on and kind of think about it. Like, but anyway, I'm rambling. Let's talk to Nolan. Talk to Brolin. Nolan, sorry to keep you waiting. Hmm? Hey, so, don't worry. I was, reading while I waited. I didn't realize you were such a dedicated reader, Nolan. You know, there's a dodgeball joke I can make here, but I'm not gonna do it. It's human nature to crave knowledge. I thought you would know that as well as anyone. How is Micaiah, by the way? Is she doing well? Yeah, I believe so. She's alert, and she seems generally stronger. I see. Well, that's good, right? Sorry to make you worry. Don't mention it. And I brought this for you. Hey now! This is a good axe. Must have cost you a fair bit. Thanks. That's fair if you're not buying it. Like, I will probably get the... I'll probably get the bundle with the Mario Kart in it, because I'm not fucking paying $80 for Mario Kart. Like, Christ, when I saw that price, I was like, no, people are joking, right? And then, yeah, nope. Anyway, speaking of things that cost a fair bit, thanks, Nolan. Nolan, Don't force it. You'll only hurt yourself. What? You look like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You're wondering if you should tell me, right? Right. The best thing to do is think it over. Give it some time to sit. Later, if you decide you want to tell me, you know exactly where to find me. I will. Thanks, Nolan. Anytime. What a bro. So, honestly, like, I thought in my head, like, Soth catches Nolan reading, and Soth just goes, "Are you reading the dictionary?" Nolan's just like, "Ah, you caught me." I like to flex the mental muscles every now and again. I don't know how it goes. Anyway, yeah, remember this kid? There she is! Hey, lady! Who? Oh, Nico! This is great! I was hoping I'd find you. Nico, mind your manners. The silver-haired maiden is the savior of Daein. She's not just some lady. Oh, it's alright. I'm still the same simple girl from Daein you met before. Nothing's changed. So, are things well with you? Well, the fighting's got everyone worried, coming so soon after the last war and all. But we're doing all we can for Daein. It doesn't matter who or what we're up against. Believe me when I tell you, we'll never give up. That's right, we won't give up, ever. I know we're gonna win, too, because we've got you on our side. That's what everybody says. The Dawn Brigade will save us. These people have... Okay, I was gonna say these people have never heard of Ike, but considering how Ike beat the tar out of them, I don't blame them for having any lingering resentment. Micaiah certainly had some. Is that what they say? I see. Listen to me, Nico. You can believe in us. I promise we'll keep you safe. I knew it! Come along, Nico. We should be going. The main's got better things to do than stand here chatting with us all day. Bye, lady. See you later. Yes. Goodbye, Nico. I want to save them all. The world is a better place with people like them in it. I know how you feel, Micaiah. That's why we started all this. We've always been fighting for them. But this war we're in, it's not just. We're fighting on the wrong side. I know. I don't want to see anyone die. It's ironic. I'm killing with no malice, because I don't want anyone to be killed. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to stand back and let all of Daein perish? Is that the just thing to do? If that's what it takes to be just, then I want nothing to do with justice. I'd rather be hated and feared like Mad King Ashnard. I'd rather the Dark God take my soul. I'm going to save my people, Soth. If the rest of the world paints me as a beast to be reviled and hated, so be it. Interesting switch that got flipped there. If you're under a lot of pressure, it's only natural to be like, you know what, fuck everything. I don't know. I need extra hand axes, like 3. Nolan needs 1, and Jill needs, like, 2, because of what I'm going to be doing later. I'm going to dump these into Convoy, though. And then I'm going to need to go through everything else. This is a pretty good crossbow, like I said, but I'm probably not going to be buying anything in the bargain section. We've got 8,000 gold to work with, and I need to make sure that I've got enough gas in the tank for later. Unfortunately, I can't sell this. Part of me wishes I could, because, yes, I know it's like a sacred treasure or some nonsense that's North American version exclusive, but I don't know. Haven't busted out the Brave Sword yet, but all things in due time. I don't think I need more swords, because Zahark is the only one that uses them. Lances, I might need some backup. Yeah. I mean, I doubt that this is the last Direct that Nintendo is going to have, and yeah, if anything gets announced this year, I wouldn't be shocked. This is already... I wouldn't... If something gets announced this year, I'd like that. I'm a little bit cautious after Engage, but, like, I need to play Engage first before I really pull that type of take out of my bag, but you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, like, is it ever gonna be as good as this game, or Path of Radiance? Probably not. Remake of one game? I might... That's a tough question, because my original take is like, oh, Path of Radiance, easy, but... Yeah, honestly, like, the one problem I have with the game is honestly fixed by a Nintendo Switch Online port, which we are getting, so... Yeah, I think I'd still say Path of Radiance, just because, like, you know, if there's anything that hasn't aged well in the Tellius games, it's the voice acting and the cutscenes. It's hugely ambitious what they tried to do, but it just is, like, compared to what we have in, like, especially from, like, Fire Emblem Echoes onward, like, God, like... Yeah, FE5 is the other one I thought of. 4 and 5, or just 5. Figuring out, like, how the hell do you manage all of the inventory stuff in that game? I think we're good on axes. We're definitely good on bows, because nobody needs them. Because it's like, part of the fun in Fire Emblem 5 is just trying to wrap your brain around all those games' weird mechanics, especially, like, what I refer to as the hobo economy, which is just stealing things from... I've got a spare javelin. I might buy another one later, but for this... Actually, I think I'm gonna buy it now. Because ranged weapons are very important on this map. Like I said earlier. Yeah, but, like... Yeah, no, it's it definitely helps that, like, it feels like they tried to make story and writing a main center point because of how, like, I forget if this is true, but, like, one of the main motivations behind making that game was that the lead developer played the original Fire Emblem Gaiden back on the Famicom with his dad and had a lot of fond memories because of it, so he tried to preserve that version of the game as much as possible, for better and for worse. I mean, the frickin' Duma Gate map still haunts me whenever I go to make a sandwich. I was stuck on that for so long, but... Yeah, like, but good god, like, the writing in that game, the voice presentation, like... I didn't know who Ian Sinclair was before Echoes, and, good god, if you played Echoes, you remember him after that game, like, good god. That man fucking knows how to cook. Yeah, it also helps that, like, yeah, it's kind of a love story at its core, but there's just so many, like, they don't discard all of the side characters just to focus on Alm and Celica, which is really smart, like, honestly, like, I think, also, like, just in terms of raw character additions, I think, like I said, Berkut, who I was referring to earlier when I was talking about Ian Sinclair, and also Ferdinand, by extension, are two of my favorite characters that they've ever written. Two of my favorite villains, for sure. Wait, Nolan, did you get this? I mean, that's nice, but you can't use it yet. We'll keep it. We'll keep in the brain bin, the convoy, for the time being. Right. Do I want another heal staff for Laura? I think I'll be fine. Yeah. Who got the MVP on the last map? I think it might have been Boyd. No, it was... Of course it was Har. By the by, you haven't seen this, Exo, but this whole, like, part 3 onwards, like, this is a fucking spread of MVPs. Like, I'm really happy that, like, yeah, the best farming game is the ones that do it so well. It's not this game's fault, okay? I don't think I've mentioned that before, but, like, this game didn't sell well, and I kind of blame... Well, with Echoes not selling well, it was a remake of an old game, and that is... As much as people clamor for remakes, I don't think it's always the best decision to make them, because, like, I think Advance Wars Reboot Camp had a similar problem, where it just didn't sell that well, even though it was genuinely, like, some of WayForward's best work, in my opinion, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I already handled supports. I don't think I have any skills to give out. And then this game's problem isn't any aspect of it, other than maybe the fact that you can't skip enemy phase, which they didn't add that until... Actually, I think... No, they added that in Shadow Dragon. What am I saying? Look, the point is, you don't put a game like this out on the Wii, marketed it poor... They marketed this game terribly. Like, I remember the old trailers on the Nintendo Direct, essentially... Yeah, that too, because the Echoes was, I think, one of the last Nintendo games to come out on 3DS. There was that aspect, but this game came out in the middle of the dev's life cycle, of the Wii's life cycle. The problem is that, some game called Super Mario Galaxy got released, like, 2 weeks after this game, and basically ate its lunch. Nope, can't understand that, but... Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of unfortunate, but I'm hoping that with things like, honestly, like the Switch 2 NSO stuff and some other things, that people have already been, it feels like, been rediscovering this game, but yeah, it's a rough world out there sometimes, especially as far as, like, trying to find the right window to release stuff. I fear for anything with a holiday release this year because of Grand Theft Auto 6, probably for that reason alone. That's gonna take up so much airtime, and yeah. I could give Tyranio the Savior skill, but if I'm being perfectly honest, part of my strategy for this map, he's not going to be too encumbered by rescues for the time being. The reason I mentioned Tyranio is because of something that is going to be pretty apparent soon enough. Yeah, I did manage everything. Let's get into the chapter proper before I continue to ramble. It looks as if the Apostles' forces are using this road to avoid a head-on confrontation. I guess we were right in assuming that they don't necessarily want to fight. Micaiah, are you still set on this? Are the rocks ready? Yes, they're in position. General Mael's forces have encountered General Ike's Lagu's forces. The battle has begun. Online on launch. I think I want to say they're aware of that, but I fucking don't know anything that Rockstar does or how they operate. The decoy operation succeeded. The Apostle and her holy guards are heading this way. All forces, get in position. Our target is the Apostle. We will attack her while General Ike is distracted. If we let her through, her army will cross into Daein. That will surely anger the Senate, and the Senate will move to destroy Daein. We must fight with everything we have so that Daein may live on. But Micaiah, is this really necessary? Can't we avoid all this fighting and somehow pretend to obey the Senate? Micaiah, it was you more than anyone else who used to hate plans like this. The Apostles' army has incredible numbers. We wouldn't stand a chance taking them head-on. They would march right through us. We need to give Peleus more time, but if we hold back, the Senate will know we're up to something. For now, let's just try to draw this out a bit and stop the Apostles' army. Lady Micaiah, your strength moves me. I shall not falter. Micaiah, alright, let's do it. Let's do it for our friends, and for our country. We have visual confirmation of the Holy Gods. They're heading this way. Anyway, we can deploy everybody, but I'm not deploying these two because of their reliability. Only reason I'm not undeploying these two is because Leonardo might be able to do some chip damage. Honestly, I don't even know. So, this map is a bit odd. When Micaiah was saying that... Let me go to conditions to demonstrate this better. When she was saying the Apostles' Army overwhelms the Dawn Brigade, yeah, she wasn't kidding. 76 freaking units. We have less than half of that, and most of that is tied up into NPCs that I can't directly control. Of course, we're in a better position when the map is built to our advantage, but this still is not going to be easy, and get out of there. To kind of combat this, I do have a bit of a trick that I can deploy. Because you're mainly supposed to hold this choke point while Tyrannia works with these NPCs to kind of block off this choke point. The problem is that... Yeah, Exo, you didn't notice? That's been a... Well, I do deal with a lot of Xenoblade fans on my Blue Sky, so maybe that's why I knew about it, because there was a freaking countdown for that and everything. It was... Yeah, it was kind of a stealth drop. You were mentioning remakes at the end of a console's lifespan. Well, there you go. Happened twice with Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's double dipping. If only because the Wii U was done before it even got started. So, part of the problem I have here is that I've got a handful of units here. Actually, I think I'm gonna need Soth to... Admittedly, I love Xenoblade as well. Just don't talk about 3, because I haven't played that yet. I will probably play it this year, though, because... If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, and I don't mean to, like, burst your bubble on this or anything, I love the series, but the Xenoblade games are kind of on my no-fly list for streaming, mainly because when people don't like how you're playing those games, boy, they will never let you hear the end of it. That's a real problem, which is unfortunate because, like I said, I really love those games. I love the first game. I can get behind 2, even though 2 frustrates the living shit out of me. Physical copy of X or 1, because I was there. I was there when that game came out in 2011. I know how hard to find that game was. And then I randomly happened on a used... Oh, 3. Oh no, I own 3. I've got a physical copy on my shelf. Has, Wait, hang on. But no, pause. We're going to intermission. This is important. I gotta find this. Price charting... Oh, actually the price isn't that bad, but... I don't count graded prices, okay. Sorry, I had to check that. The reason I had to check that was because I admittedly went on price charting to look at the price of the physical game, but yeah, I bought it when it came out, so I'm good there, but yeah, I'm not surprised if that game suddenly, the price of it just takes the jump to light speed, because good grief. So, to speed this up, I am going to split my forces in half, so you're supposed to choke this point Doga style, but you can also go here too. The trick with this is to have Tyrannia rescue this archer, and then to have Volo take the archer, and then just drop him wherever. Then Tyrannia can either move up here, or we can put somebody like, I don't know, Aaron over here, and... Did I forget to give out Paragon? I might have. Nolan, do you still have it? Yeah, crap. Okay, hang on. Go back. Yeah, that was I was actually going to mention about, copies of Xenoblade 1. The Wii release, I mean. Not the new version that's on Switch. I think that's a bit easier to get. So, what was I saying? Okay, so... Yeah, the big thing with Xenoblade 1 is that it, in a very similar manner to a lot of games in the series, came out at the tail end of the Wii's lifespan. And finding a physical copy, rather your only method of playing that game back in the day, was hard. Very, very hard. Anyway, now we're done. Yeah, I just bought it digital. The only game I own physical in the Xenoblade series actually is 3. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so the physical version of 1, like, that was impossible to find when it was just a Wii release, and then it gradually got better until Definitive Edition came out, which is... Yeah, getting the Switch remake is genuinely the best version of that game, and it probably will continue to be for years to come. I'm curious how that's gonna look on the new hardware, but we'll see. I can't wait. If they remake the game again for Switch 2 and they just add, like, fucking fishing or something like that, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. But... And not in a good way. Okay. Give me those, because I completely forgot you had them. And then... Yeah, let's go ahead and save and start duking it out. Full-blown slugging match time, because... This is a grind, but it's not the worst one in the world. Oh, yeah, second wrinkle of this map. All these NPCs, don't use them. You'll thank me later. Mainly because of, well, these. As Leonardo can demonstrate for us, in the immortal words of one NPC and random NPC in Path of Radiance, heh. Eat rock. Love that line. Anyway, we're fighting the combined force here. We're fighting a combined force here. A lot of these guys don't actually move immediately, but if you shove a boulder into them, suddenly that changes, and yeah. You will piss off every single enemy on these... The NPC will do their damnedest to piss off every single enemy on this map for you, and they're pretty good at doing it too. But because I set them to halt, I can keep everybody alive, and more importantly, stop them from creating a traffic jam on this point that I need to choke out. Now, are there any Thunder Mages here? I don't think there are. This is a bit of a Teotberg Forest situation where we're catching the not Roman Legion here off guard and basically forcing them into a disadvantageous fight. Including a bunch of Pegasus Knights, which thankfully I don't think move either, but I could be wrong about that. Also, Kiran's here for some reason. I didn't mention it before, but yeah, I don't blame you for trying to speedrun this. Didn't mention it before, but Kiran was randomly popping up in cutscenes, at least at the beginning of Chapter 11, and he's basically... The game never outright spells it, but it basically is a giant hint that, like, he's basically the one leading the Crimean part of this Alliance army, and then we have Tanith and Sigrun here from last map as well. Sigrun is technically the boss, but you never have to fight her. And then there's a carriage here, which the reasoning for that will become apparent pretty shortly. I'm gonna swap over to my finest stuff here. Go ahead and do the classic Radiant Dawn conversation. Trademark. Hey, Nolan, let's join forces and trounce these guys. You mind? Well, now, you have yourself a deal. I'll be depending on you. And then we'll move Jill up to support as well. And, okay, that's still in our inventory. Get the vegetables going. I'm gonna move... I maybe should have repositioned Laura, but I didn't really have a lot of options for deployment because I'm not gonna do the ledge trick that I mentioned until all of my units are in position. And for Aaron, that's gonna take a minute. I'm hoping that using that, by having him go over here, and then of course Laura's gonna be coming along for support reasons. We're gonna have Micaiah be our primary healer on this side as well. Soap can provide indirect fire, and then... I think if I do this, that stops people from going up here and... Hey, don't die! Okay. I want this war to end. Anyway, we're gonna have Bola tag along with these guys as well. Because like I said, you need 2 units with high constitution in order to actually pull this trick off, because otherwise these guys are just gonna steal XP. Who am I missing? Right, you. Let's do that for now. Getting Tyrannia on this map back is weird. Blast! We're being ambushed. I should have known. What is happening? We're under attack. We will engage them now. Please stay inside the carriage, Your Majesty. Someone, go tell General Ike. Alright, and I kind of expected this to happen. I will probably turn animations off after the first couple of turns, because otherwise we will definitely be here all day. Thankfully that support between Nolan and Zahark is really getting kicked into high gear here, because... Oh, there you go, now you can use the Tomahawk. Yeah, the extra Avoid is really gonna help Nolan out, because he generally isn't the most durable lad in the world, but... Having a double Earth Affinity support is just stupid. Speaking of weapon level ups... It's gonna help here too, don't crit. Thank you. Yeah, some of these guys just randomly meander around. Part of the reason that this map takes forever is just because of this. This is why I said the ability to skip enemy phase was the best quality of life improvement that we ever had. You're just full of surprises. Okay, yeah. Only unit that I don't really recommend sending to this ledge over here is Jill, just because of those Thunder Mages, and I think more of them show up if memory serves. Oh, you are a bit of a problem. I didn't know that you moved. Goes to show you how good my intel is at times. This is okay, because Tyrannia will take care of this kind of problem. Or gal, no problem. But I have to mind the attack range of these two because... Wow, these two are safe on this cliff. Honestly, that's pretty good. Laura isn't, but I think I can... How high is her defense? 7. That's not great. Especially since pretty much any unit she engages is basically guaranteed. Actually... Yeah, you don't double because it's 4 points of speed, not 3. Both of these two combined will kill Laura, but one of them, I think she lives. Oh no, she doesn't. Never mind. I thought forgot she only had 23 health. Jeez. I think, wait. So if Aaron is blocking the tile behind him, what happens if I do this? Because I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you have 7, right? Correct Monday. So yeah, I can do this. Okay, so it's not okay. So it's not Aaron that's blocking. It's probably the NPCs and stuff. So I'll go ahead and do this. I kind of don't want to use the grass because the grass is hard to come by. Anyway, I think I need to heal Jill, but before I do that... Man, do I need to... Okay, well, I will bust out the Brave Axe then if it's entirely necessary. Even with the 40 enemy requirement instead of the usual, like... I think the Lagoose map was slightly longer, if memory serves. What do you say we storm the front line together? Yeah, we're gonna go with the Iron Axe here. This is maybe not the best idea, just because Nolan hasn't been straight screwed thanks to the level ups I got on part 1, but it's always a concern in the back of my head. I'm kind of wondering if I should have started using bonus experience on him, because he capped a lot of stats that dodging strength and getting everything else I want you to get, huh? Like I said, defense is kind of hard to get on a warrior, but man, like, look at this. This is ridiculous. This is the most Nolan-y Nolan ever, except for the... Yeah, I don't know. Knowing my luck, if I try to give him a bonus XP level up, he'll get HP, luck, and defense just to spite me, but... anyway. Yep, that's good. Yeah, I don't like that 1% crit that guy had, but... good enough for me. Especially since Zahar will start proccing ADA like nobody's business. And none of these guys have killer weapons, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I think... does anybody drop their weapon? I think one of these guys does. Yep, you do, but I'm probably not going to deal with you unless if I want to have this guy eat rock, which I might, just to speed this up. And there are no javelins in this group either, right? Javelins and bow guns are like the two things that I hate more than anything right now. I'd go with the sack, but honestly, grinding up stat rank is probably better. And you need to take care of this and use the Silver Lance. This is I mentioned it before, but this is an odd time to get Tyranio back, but if I'm being perfectly honest, with his base stats and his current level, like, it's not really a problem, if I'm being honest. Like, I've used him plenty of times I've used him plenty in the past, and he doesn't really have a hard time keeping up with everybody. Okay, I forgot to swatch... Okay, you missed. Good. Normally I'd be mad about missing at 86%, but... Oh, you don't even double him, okay. So maybe that wasn't worth it, but... Yeah. Like I said, I just need to clog out this point more than anything else, because... the last thing I want to do is run into the problem that anybody that's played Sacred Stones tends to have, where your unit takes damage, murders the guy, then another guy comes up, and then you just rinse and repeat until your unit dies. Okay, man, I see you. Jeez, someone turned on the crit. Whoa! Okay, buddy. Dink. You love to see it, except when it's your guy, because that guy is now a pretty big problem. So, the big question is, can Leonardo actually do some work here? Surprisingly enough, he can. The other thing I'm going to do is, we're going to set this to map only, because, like I said, it's going to take forever if I don't do this. Yeah, sure, you two continue to be... I don't know, what the hell is this romance that I've got going on here, right? Anyway, we're done. We saved the day. Somehow. And this is when I wish Aaron had more speed, because this is problematic. Yeah, because you get doubled, and you actually take a lot of damage, compared to... Yeah, 20 times 2. Oleg almost dies from this... Or is it? Okay, it's like... 32? That sounds right. 32, but this guy unfortunately kills the lab, so... Perfect. Everything but speed, and yep, there's 2 capped stats right there. Not very good. Like I said, I could move Aaron here, or I could move Volgan to block, but... This is potentially... This is very dangerous, but... Anyway. I will survive. Anyway, like I said, this is very dangerous, but if you go for who I think you're gonna go for instead, although... Wait, that's the last Pegasus Knight. Yeah, Toronio, go. Take care of it. Alright, we're good. Now that we've kind of dealt with the initial grouping, now it's just gonna be a bit of a grind fest until I can actually get through this. There we go, that'll work. Acceptable. Quite acceptable, actually. And then, yeah, so you can take this one. Do I need you to take it? It's not worth that much, so, like, why not? $8 XP, yeah, that's what I thought. Now would probably be a good time to bust this out and take advantage of the extra defense. And then we'll leave these two up here to, I don't know, do something. Bishop Meister lives. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Because, yeah, these guys are just gonna clown bar around the, what am I saying? They're just gonna create an even bigger traffic jam at the bottom of this, just because of where they're all moving. I'll take it, Jill. That's good. the most important stats. Chop, chop, chop. Advantage, but no adept on there. It's unfortunate. Zahark is a setup that's every Swordmaster's dream, and he just can't fully commit to it. Meanwhile, Nolan is just cleaning house. He doubled a Swordmaster. That's his speed stat. Don't mess with it. Jeez. Anyway, now we can go ahead and do this thing I was talking about. Provided I can get Mulligan to... Yes, I can. Rescue! Move in and take care of this. Yeah, Aaron can't double these guys, but he can do pretty good work, all things considered. Just gonna have him taking pot shots for days. We'll go ahead and do this, because... I don't know if Laura necessarily needs the experience at this point, but it's still worth it just to go for it. And then what I'm probably going to need to do is rescue Chain until this archer goes to Volog, and then we'll be done there. I kind of don't want a, at the same time, I don't want to have that happen, so... That's going to take some finagling to get the other position, but it's still doable. Who needs the... Well, it depends on whether or not... We're just going to do that, actually. Miss? Really? That's a bit uncharacteristic. I mean, I know that can still miss, but, like... Dang. I could probably take one of you guys out with the... Yeah, hang on, this is what I'll do. Fanny Tome you... Evolution. Currently in the middle of Chapter 12, or 3-12. This is... I've kind of set everybody up. This is kind of a grind fest more than anything else. The results are worth it, though. At least in my opinion. Yeah, kind of... Oh, I just noticed you. That is a problem. That I don't really have a good answer for. Yep. I'm just kind of chilling after the direct and stuff like that, so... We're gonna have to do that just to box out Micaiah's positioning, and then I'm gonna do this so that Jill will only get attacked by maybe 2 units. That'll work. And I'm gonna bring these guys over just because they might be able to help a little bit. But yeah. Okay, good thing I did not give you the... You're still running away. Come on, guy. I know you want to live, but goodness. This is just a fighter, too. Neat. Neat. Neat! Oh my god. He has a loving family. Like, these guys do have families, and this could be problematic. Okay, so I think we're good, because that guy took the Archer's spot. Wait, no, don't! That might have been bad. Might. Oh, no, that guy went for Zahar instead. Why? I don't know. Okay, well, I think Nolan's getting MVP just because, like, good grief. I know he capped speed already, but this is getting ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh, okay, well, that's what the reinforcements look like. Hi, sometimes. Yeah, this game's AI, I tell you. There is still an archer over there, so I think we do that, that'll fix that problem. Chop, chop, chop. Good God. Anyway, I'm swapping off the Targos because this is kind of getting stupid. Yeah, wait, 14? Are you kidding me? Wait, we're stopping? Anyway, go ahead, Aaron. I gave Aaron Paragon because this ledge setup is kind of goated secretly, but like, what? I only have to do 13? Like, yeah, I know that, like, we caught them off guard and stuff, but this is crazy. I didn't expect this little out of this. I also remember this map taking longer, but that's because I used to play with animations on. So maybe that would have done it. Okay, yeah. Slow your roll, Nolan. Slow your roll, Nolan. Because otherwise we're gonna have a problem. I'm kind of curious to see what... Ow. You're doing that, that's fine. Yeah, just because they seem interested in moving around pointlessly. Because it takes so long for them to do anything. Jill the middle spam in turn. That's a mood. That's a mood. Speaking of moods. We'll stop Volog from dying needlessly. Aaron continues to do the work. I might have him keep Paragon for the next map too, just because I have no idea if he's gonna get anything out of it on this one. Oh, you carry the poleaxe, okay. So now I know who to bonk on the head in a second. Yeah, let's do it now. We need that item. And I'm not giving this kill to Nolan, that's for sure. He's already done enough. Sweet. At this point, I'm kind of getting around to the stage of the map where I'm just hitting end turn anyway, because Zahark's got a lot of room to grow with XP, but at this point, I don't know if it's worth it. It would potentially... I think I'd rather just get this archer out of the way first, at least. So thinning things out to the point where I can get to him is... Just go with the steel sword. It's fine if... Actually, that archer is going to keep attacking Zahark, now that I think about it. He has nowhere else to go, and... Getting defense twice is actually pretty darn good, honestly. At least for this point in the game. I don't know what to do with anybody else. Oh, you're going for... Okay. Nice job. Jeez, if I had been prepping ahead, I would have given the... Paragon Scroll to Zahark instead of Aaron. Whee! That guy was not fast enough. Okay. Is this level 10? No, it's level 9, okay. That's a weird level up, but I'll take it. Jill's level ups in my playthroughs always feel kind of clumsy. Okay, we're at 9, good to know. God, if you only had a little bit more gas in the tank, I'd feel a bit better about this. But you don't. Oh, Bollock, really, dude? Decided to just go for it, huh? I'm gonna do this just so I can keep Aaron's support in range. Maybe it'll help a little bit, I don't know. May the goddess smile on her vows, mainly because I need to just crunch my way through this. I don't even know if I'm going to get a level up outcome out of that, but we'll see. With this group, I don't really know what I'm going to do immediately. I think I'll try to stay on the defensive a little bit, just so these guys don't literally do all of the work. Because, yeah, you guys are going to be good for the most part for later. I'll do this so that this guy doesn't run away. Oh, come on, guy, really? I guess peppering him with javelins all day is just what I'm going to have to get used to. Admittedly, I should have seen that coming. You're gonna continue to be annoying. I do have them both up here, though, which is actually a pretty good show, now that I think about it. Because Lord knows Aaron's not gonna be making any paychecks, just throwing spears at people. Sure, that'll work. He did get the one stat I wanted him to get, so I can't really complain about that. And because, yeah, at this point, I'm kind of torn between, like, don't force a couple of units to do all the work, or what have you, and just, like, get me out of here. Because there's not really a lot, just to show the conditions, there's not really a heck of a lot left at this point. Like, we only have to kill 6 more enemies to win, so I might as well make the most of it. Don't waste the good stuff. Especially since you now have enough speed to reliably double, that's good. Granted, I think that guy was just an archer, so maybe that wasn't the best example. And then I think if they start moving towards this group down here... Yep, that's what I expect out of Zahar. Like I said, that's just a basic soldier, though, so that's not really that good. You are gonna do that, which is annoying, but that guy might turn back around and run into us. Now, what I'm worried about is Zahar kills the remaining 5 enemies before anybody else gets to do anything. I'll live with it if it comes to that, but... Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Like I said, these soldiers not being worth a lot of XP kind of has me thinking... Okay. What is that guy? That guy's out for blood, goodness. What a badass. Okay, that works. Thanks, Aaron. This bishop, this poor bishop, like, my goodness. He's crit twice with that staff, that's crazy. Do this just to get some extra XP. And, oh, I'm down to 1. Okay. I didn't recognize it. Eeny, meeny, miny, oh? Question mark? So, do you want to do this? The answer is no, but we can still get a bit more XP out of this map. Before I have to run. It's literally a matter of who wants this halberdier kill, I think. That, or... Without the hammer, that's not really worth it, even though that guy is somewhat proficient, but not as much as, like, these paladins and stuff like that. Get the most out of what's left on this map, and... Not bad, honestly. I kind of expected that to take longer than it actually did. Anyway, I hope y'all like war crimes, because good lord. We're in position in the top of the cliff, and the Holy Guards are at the bottom, just as we planned. Alright, thank you. There's no turning back now, Micaiah. You have to give the order. Yes, no. General Mail has fallen to the claws of the subhumans. General Ike and the Laguz Alliance are heading this way to rescue the Apostle. Prepare to move on the next phase. Archers, get ready. There's no more time for attack. What are they doing? What are they pouring down the cliff? No, it's oil. They're going to set us aflame. Apostle, onto my Pegasus. We'll take to the sky. We will protect the Apostle from the archers by becoming her shield. Holy Guards, form up. No, Sigrid, we cannot leave the others here. I will not allow it. Commander, we're ready. Don't let the Apostle escape. Archers, mages, bring down that Pegasus. Don't move. I see one arrow fly, and the boy gets a quick lesson in falling. Depart! So, no, please! All units, cease fire, now! General Ike has reached us. We failed. Micaiah of Daein, listen to me very, very carefully. Tell him to let Sylph go! Not a chance. I'm offering you a choice. Surrender now and go home to Daein, or fight us and die. We can't. We won't retreat or negotiate. Regardless of what you believe, the only choice we have is to fight. Micaiah, are you insane? Look around. Every single person in your army will die. Do you care that little about them? Enough. Everyone stand down. Awesome. Oh crap. I should have used my lighter tone for Sanaki. I've seen enough bloodshed for one day. That's enough. Please, no more. We'll retreat for now. You'd better do the same. And I mean now. I'm not sure how long I can hold my men back. But we can't... Fine. His death is on your hands, then. Sorry, Little South. Your friend just killed you. Say a quick goodbye. No, wait, McKay! I can't even do that line justice, just read it. Oh, thank the goddess. So... Take this as a lesson, little Bjork. Next time, there won't be anyone to catch you. General Tyrannia, I'll ask you one last time. Talk some sense into that girl, alright? She's losing it. We won't pursue you this time. However, we cannot avoid this war. That is all I wish to say for now. And I'm sorry for this. What is going on with you people? What's the situation? It's awful. The Beneon Central Army and the Cryonian Royal Knights have been almost completely obliterated. On top of that, the oil that Daein used has injured the Holy Guard's Pegasi and all but grounded them. Yeah, I think awful fits. Thoughts, everyone? Thoughts? Daein must answer to this. We will attack them immediately. We can't. If we fought Daein now, we couldn't possibly take on the Senate's armies. We have to get Daein to listen to us. Confusion is exactly what Lycaon wants. Daein is merely a pawn in his scheme. But there is one thing I do not understand. Why use such horrible tactics? Oil and fire? What is that girl Micaiah thinking? Micaiah? The Imperial Army has Micaiah on their side? Raphael, when did you arrive? Just now, with Rayson and Queen Nyla. Rayson went straight to his sister. He will be here with Leanne in a moment. Is it alright for the three of you to be here, or what about the medallion? The medallion is right here. We're very near the point where Galdrar won't be able to contain its power. If this war goes on much longer, the Dark God will surely awaken. Please, please save him. Please save my son. Come save my Peleus, I beg of you. I found it! This is it! A way to break the blood pact! Thank the goddess. I will be able to save my people after all. Prince Kurth? What are you doing out so late? Looking for something? Oh, hello, Ina. No, I was just looking at the moon. Its reflection on the lake is quite lovely, isn't it? Yes, quite. You! How did you get in? How did you find us? Help me, sir! My apologies for the long wait. Is the Apostle safe? She fled to Crimea, then exposed the Senate's plots to the world. Currently, she leads the Apostle's army through Daein and is preparing to storm the Empire. I see. Very well. It's time for us to make our move. As you wish, Master. Oh, I guess we don't get a turn bonus there. It's alright. I have double the amount of XP in the other army, so this is just flavor at this point. Let's keep it moving.
Daein launches a surprise attack against the Apostle's army, devastating her forces. It is all Apostle Sanaki can do to allay her remaining troops' burning desire for revenge. She knows that there is no hope of victory if her weakened forces are divided. However, she cannot move forward while danger follows at her back. This dilemma weighs heavily on the Apostle's troops, crushing their morale. Meanwhile, the Daein forces pull back to the fastness of Nox Castle. Micaiah, unable to explain her mission to her soldiers, keeps Daein's army together through sheer force of will.
Chapter 13, Blood Contract. Ragtag group of kids. It was a surprise attack. You'd be surprised how effective that works, especially in actual history. A rebellion in the Empire? Is that true? Yes, the Empire has been thrown into chaos since Prince Zelgius freed Prime Minister Sephiroth. They've incited the peasants by asking, who should you believe in, the Senate or the Apostle? And the people have chosen the Apostle, correct? Yes, they're rioting in the capital day and night, demanding answers. The Senate is busy trying to quell the masses. This is great news! If we were to forge an alliance between Daein and the Apostle supporters in Benion, that is not a wise choice. The curse on the Blood Pact will begin killing our people as soon as we don't do anything the Senate doesn't care for. Defeating the Senate doesn't guarantee the curse will be broken either. In fact, it may ensure it can never be broken. In which case, Daein's destruction will come more slowly, but it will come nonetheless. So we can't attack the Senate, and we can't ask for help. The only thing we can do is search for a way to get rid of the curse. This is driving me crazy. If we could only contact the Apostle, but if the Senate heard word of it, they'd destroy us. Our hands are tied. Luckily for us, that's not true. I have some good news for a change. I found a way to break the Blood Pact. Where's Micaiah? Please bring her here. You discovered how to break the Blood Pact? I'll get her right away. You can't be serious, Your Majesty! But I am. Don't you see? This is the way to save Daein. The information was in a book hidden away in a secret room. I think it is reliable. I must ask you to reconsider, my king. There has to be another way. There must be. We can't afford to wait for another solution to present itself. We have to try. I cannot go through with it. Micaiah, the life of every single person in Daein depends on this. If it works, we can stop fighting this absurd war. It will be alright. I know this will work. Please do this for me, Micaiah. I can't! I thought I made up my mind. I thought I'd do anything for Daein. But when I saw Soth taken from me and I saw him fall, I was powerless to do anything. I'd taken so many lives as a general, and yet I thought of Soth dead. Even if it hadn't been Soth in front of you, you would have reacted the same way. That's the kind of person you are. Individual lives are taken before your eyes way more heavily than the many lives taken during the chaos of war. If that life is someone dear, the burden is even worse. It's only human. Isn't that true? Micaiah, it's your caring soul that I admire. That's why I want it to be you. I want you to kill me. No, I can't do it! Don't make me do this, please! The blood pact breaks when the pact maker is killed by a third party. That is exactly how it's written. This is the only way to save Daein. Please, please don't ask me to do such a horrible thing! This is my duty as king, Micaiah. If you won't do it, I must ask someone else. Yeah, they legit give you the choice here. Say what you will about Peleus and the fact that he's kind of been a milquetoast ruler up until this point. He kind of fucking knows it. But we're on New Game Plus. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I see. That is alright, Micaiah. I know it's a terrible thing to ask. General Geronio, it is your duty. Your Majesty, is this necessary? This is your king's order, General. You must obey. Well, it's so young an age. As you wish, Your Majesty. Homeboy legit has the dagger for this and everything. General Geronio, please look after the people of Daein. Yes, Your Majesty. Suddenly? No, wait, not yet. So, I'm sorry for all that I put you and Micaiah through, including this. Please forgive me. Don't worry about that now, Peleus. Micaiah, please give this ring to my mother. Tell her that I loved her dearly. I will, Your Majesty. Goodbye, my friends. Suddenly? No! This is wrong! We can't give up, Your Majesty! Eh? Deus Ex Machina? But look, this legit doesn't happen unless you're on New Game Plus. I don't understand why they kept this here. Or why they just kept this to a New Game Plus feature. Lady Micaiah, what did you do? I'm alright, Fetch a healer, now! No, I'm fine, really. I'm just confused. Is the goddess telling me that I'm not worthy to become a martyr for Daein? Or maybe she's saying that you're just too important to lose. Or, yeah, because secret. So, before you're kind of hitting on an important point here, doesn't matter what you think of Peleus, I have to use him because of what I'm trying to do. And for that, he's too important to let die here. But this is my fault! It was all because I signed that blood pact. I can only amend my mistake by giving my life. You must stop running, Your Majesty. What? But what if your information is incorrect, Your Majesty? I couldn't live with myself if I'd let you give up your life in vain. There must be another way. We'll look for it together. There is, I can see. Micaiah! Hey, Micaiah, wake up! I will call a healer right away. Micaiah, thank you. That woman is an idiot, but secret? So yeah, if you do kill Peleus, obviously his mom gets really upset at you and then points out that, yes, that was the incorrect choice. Lousy, incomplete information. Anyway. This chapter is... I think this is a lot more fun than the last one. I need to see who got this. It was probably Nolan. It was Zaharg, never mind. That was gonna be my second guess. In terms of XP, like, I got a couple level ups on people, but Nolan is the only person that I feel like is legit in an okay spot. What's next game on the menu? I was thinking about the Blaster Master Zero trilogy, just off the top of my head, because that's like... I've been in the mood to just replay... I want to replay a Switch game, one of my favorites from my Switch collection, actually, now that the new console is on the horizon, and figured that's basically 3 games at once, and I remember loving all of those games, so it's like, Was I right? Question mark? Like, we'll see. They're really good. It's a really good collection of adventure games. The first one's a remake of the old NES classic, but I'm getting ahead of myself. In terms of Fire Emblem games, Sacred Stones is probably next. My original intent with this was to start with the Tellius games and then go backwards, and then eventually we get all the way back to... Never heard of them? They're very good. They're... The easiest way to find them, I think, is right now is probably on Steam. I actually have a... I ended up getting... I bought it at a PAX a couple of years ago. Inti Creates, the developers for the games, were at PAX West, and they actually had a complete in-box collection of all three games, which they were released individually on Way Forward, but not in Singapore. In Singapore, which is an English release, mind you, all three games were released on one cart. And they also have Japanese voice acting. They're really good. I recommend looking up. The first one especially is very true to the original NES title, with some extra stuff thrown in, and then the other 2 and 3 feel more like Inti Creates' typical titles, which they made the Azure Striker Gunvolt games, they also made the Galgun games and stuff like that, so you kind of know what you're getting into, but they're very fun, and also play fantastically. Jill, give me that. Main reason this is a fun map. Nolan, where are you, buddy? Y'all know what time it is. Well, I'm a little sad that I can't get that crossbow from last map, because it's just too darn expensive. We're gonna get up to some stuff. Boy howdy are we. It doesn't even matter that Nolan has been kind of straight screwed up until this point. It really doesn't. Speaking of which, don't you shut me out, buddy. I've been depending on you this whole time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God. He capped 4 freaking stats. Like, you're telling me he can't get at least 1 point of strength? Anyway, capping defensive stats on a Swordmaster is weird, but I think if I give you this, that's not much bonus XP, and you'll probably cap skill out of this, if I had to guess. The skill cap is 30, right? Yeah, and he got it, so... There you go. Jill has capped magic. Good grief. You got room to grow across the board, girl. Make use of it. This. Well, you did. 20 strength is good for this part of the game, but that's not going to hold up as we get further in, so... Legit kind of worried about Jill, not going to lie, but... Especially when you consider... You kept strength? When did that happen? I mean, sure, take some. I don't know how much I'm going to make use of Soth on this map, it's a little tough to say. But, yeah. Sure, why not? I don't know how much more... Like, obviously in speed he can gain a lot, but his caps are, like, weirdly low across the board. Like, I think his cap in resistance is actually lower than it was in Path of Radiance, which is crazy to think about. This might be a mistake on Micaiah, but I'm here leveling everybody out, might as well do this too. Extra magic never hurt. And then I'm gonna do this as well. Micaiah's use on this map is sadly going to be pretty limited, mainly because of one thing that I'll get into later, and then... I'll do this. Laura's stats are pretty low, but might be able to get a bit more out of this if I give her a bit more, if I actually let her get a proper level up instead of whatever the hell else was going on. Aaron, you're getting this. Just because I know that I can get speed out of that if I do that. And we're gonna... I'm gonna do this just because I want to make sure that Aaron can keep up. He will probably get ahead of everybody else by the end of this chapter, but all in due time. How much do I have left? 13k? That's perfectly fine. And this did not rank up. Okay. So we've got two base conversations. So plot happened. Let's see what the others are up to. Nolan's probably off reading the dictionary somewhere. Say, Edward, we've been fighting really hard for quite a while now, haven't we? Sure, you can tell yourself that. I won't object. Yeah, I guess so. The War of Emancipation, the war against the Laguz Alliance, and now against the Apostles' Army. One after another, just like that. The world can't always be like this. These wars seem so pointless. All I want to do is be able to live in Daein, peacefully and in freedom. Yeah, the military is a pretty strange place. Hey, I have an idea! Once this battle is over, I'll quit the army and go home. What about Micaiah and the others? Are you going to abandon them? What? No way! I'll just have to talk them into leaving with me. And if that catches on, all of the soldiers will leave, and then there can't be a war, and then Daein will have peace again. You know, I don't think it's that simple. Your plan sounds good to me, Edward. See? You know I'm smart. First, you and I will leave. Together, we can tackle any obstacle. We'll have to survive the next battle first. This should help. Here, look what I got you. Oh, this sword is amazing! Where did you get this? I've been saving up. Micaiah chipped in, too. You got this for me? Yeah, since you were always fighting so recklessly, I thought this sword would be a good match for you. Thanks, Leonardo. You're the best friend I could have. I know. We're each other's best friend and family. Well, I'll take that to the bank. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway. Hey, Laura! You dropped the staff over here. Oh. Thank you, Aaron. You've been carrying a lot of things lately. Yes, I suppose so. Many people are injured. I wanted to help heal as many of them as I can. That's admirable. Is there anything I can do to help? Yes, of course! First, hand me all of your things. I'll carry them for you. That would be great. Here you go. Say, that staff you picked up earlier, it doesn't belong to me. Really? It was right at your feet, so I'd assumed it was yours. I've never seen a staff like this. I wonder what effect it has. Hey, be careful. It might be dangerous or something. Let's throw it away. Well, maybe if I shake it like this and then... Whoa! What did you say, Aaron? Oh, Aaron, you're such a clown. How do you fall asleep on your feet? I guess you must be really tired. Why don't I just leave you be? Let me just take my things back. Couple gnarly items we've got here, and that's not even the end of it. I'll just do a couple things real quick. So, the sleep staff is actually pretty good if Micaiah uses it. The problem is that Laura's magic stat is one of her better stats, but 8 range on this thing is just way too darn low, so I'm gonna stick this in the convoy for now. We will have a good use for it later, just it's not apparent at the moment. Same thing goes for that physics staff that I got earlier. I don't know if I need another heal staff with you or not, we'll see. As for everybody else, like I said, throwing weapons remain really important, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. This Tempest Blade is wasted on Edward, but good lord, it could be deadly in the hands of other people. This thing rocks, plain and simple. A sorcerer's blade imbued with the power of a gale force winds. It can strike from near or far. This is like a wind edge plus plus. It's really, really good, but better for me to just hold on to that for the time being. Same thing goes for basically all of Edward's stuff that isn't that special sword of his. I'll drop this stuff off too, because I might end up deploying Leonardo, I don't know yet, but he's gonna be hanging back for the most part. Having the ability to just snipe a flying unit out if I need to, as we saw in the last map, it's not that bad, honestly. It helps that, you know, he can actually hit things, but... and that's about it, if I'm being honest. Oh, you. Oh, you. Did that appear in the feed? I hope it didn't. Let me check. How do I get rid of your... Oh, okay, it says not published to chat. Good to know. Sorry, I had a bot just show up out of nowhere. Yeah, it was thankfully Stream Elements caught it, so we're good. We're good. Anyway, you've got enough. You didn't use any of your hand axes last map. Go figure. That's happened to be so many times. Yeah, when you're in any type of public eye on Twitch, it gets really annoying because you have to deal with that. Thankfully, like, I started streaming back in 2021, and it was really annoying. You would get so many, oh, did he just... This could be a problem. Let me just check something real fast. Users in chat. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Yeah, thankfully that didn't catch on, so I think we're good there. If another one shows up, I would be a little bit worried about it, but I won't dwell on that for the time being, because, more importantly, when I said we weren't done yet, I wasn't kidding. Look at this bargain bin. This is ridiculous. The silver longbow is kind of a waste of money, but everything else here is just so good, including, well, Blizzard for 700. Yes, please. Wait, no. Jill, why don't you take it? Jill definitely knows how to use wind tomes. She's a smart girl. She could figure it out. Extra physics staff if you want it. I don't really need it right now because I was able to get some extra ones just by stealing things on other maps. This tornado tome is very tempting, if I'm being honest. Screw it. Can't get too many of those, and it's a really fun tome, so might as well take it. And then Storm Sword, Short Spear, Short Axe. I've got enough Short Axes basically forever. The Storm Sword would be tempting, but that would literally be all of my money, and, well, I kind of need to buy, like, actually, I don't even think I need to buy a men's staff right now, if I'm being honest. Let me just check the inventories that I have right now, because other than those two wind tomes, I don't really think I need anything in particular. Yeah, Aaron's equipment is fine. Nolan's equipment is fine. He's, I did give him Beast Foot, right? Yes, I did. We're gonna be having some fun with Nolan, but we'll worry about that later. Zohark, you could use an extra vulnerary, but I think I have one. Yeah, I do. You can take the 4-use one. That'll be good. Jill, you're also fine. Doing good. What do we have for spare staffs? I did think you needed a men's staff, so go ahead and take one. Do you watch anime? I haven't watched a lot in a while, but... Man, like... I know, where I live, there's actually an anime convention, I think, at the end of the month. I'm actually kind of tempted to go to it, just to see what's been kind of trending lately, because the last year I went to that con was, like, 2 years ago, when Onishi no Ko was popping off, which... haven't seen, but I heard it's really good. Let me double check this one more time, because Pure Waters are tempting, but I don't need them right now. If anything, it's not my group, it's Ike's group that needs these, but I'll hold off on buying them. Never gone to a con. Their cons are in a weird spot right now because international travel is so screwy. I don't want to get into the specifics of it. You know what I mean, but what I'm getting at is, like, it's a fun time. I think things have largely gone back to the way they were, like, pre-COVID, although it never hurts to kind of be safe at those types of things, but they can be fun, especially if you have friends that go to them. Like, I went to MagFest earlier this year. That was a blast. Going to MomoCon over in Atlanta in May, so that's during Memorial Day weekend. They're fun, even if you just go by yourself, depending on the convention. I've also been to a couple of PAXs, but PAX can be very expensive because I think the 4-day pass for PAX West last year was over $300, and that's not even counting the fact that, like, it's a video game trade show at its core. So there's a lot of like, it's very show busy because all of the game developers want to show off their stuff, but you do have to wait in lines to play demos in a lot of cases. Like, I mean, good grief. I remember last year, Stalker 2 was showing off its demo, and I don't know what the Ukrainians are smoking, but the demo was 2 hours long. So if you got online too late in the day, you just straight up weren't able to play it. Especially since the show floor closed at 5, typically. That wasn't the whole con, thankfully. They expanded out the convention space so that the whole convention did not close down at 5 o'clock, but still, it was weird. It's weird to have that element to it. But yeah, like I said, I'm tempted by the anime convention near me, but this year I think I might skip it just because I need to save money for MomoCon, and also, good God in heaven, the friggin' Switch and stuff. Yeah, the other thing is that, like, if you don't have a big con in your state, that's another issue, because then, like, I have to fly for MagFest, and that's worth it, because I have family over in Washington, D.C., where they hold the convention. But yeah, I also lived in that area for years, so I know it pretty darn well. But yeah, if you don't have one in your state, you have to drive for a long time or fly. That can add up fast. Like, honestly, just not having to fly alone could make it worth it. But how are we doing on equipment? Actually, I keep getting distracted. I don't think Tyranio needs another weapon, and if I'm being honest, I think I just might be able to take one out of storage. Sure can, I've got steel lances for days. And I've got a steel poleaxe in the back, but Nolan's not gonna need it. Anyway, we're right at break time, so I'm gonna go to intermission really quick, and then we'll commence the chapter. See you in a bit. Alright, I'm back. So, how's about we start this chapter up? I want to see this. I want to see this strat for myself, so we can shoot some goddamn bow guns. Welcome back. What's going on with Daein? They're holed up in this big castle to the east. I'd say 10,000 soldiers, give or take. They're looking pretty desperate. To the east, eh? It's just like Soren said. Nox is the next battlefield. 10,000? They aren't really going to try and fight us with only 10,000 men, are they? It'd be suicide. Clearly, Ranulf has never seen Lord of the Rings, but I digress. Daein should know about the rebellion in the Empire by now. We should speak with them. They have nothing to gain by siding with the Senate. Why continue the fighting? We can't afford to lose any more troops or time here either. We should be at the Senate's doorsteps by now. Agreed. Sephiron has earned some time for us. We can't afford to lose that advantage. We must press on. Let us win this battle quickly and continue on our way. General Ike, please allow us to join you on the battlefield. Shouldn't you be watching over the medallion with your brother and sister? Is it really a good idea for you to be away? They can manage without me for a while. I am here because I must see Micaiah. I want to save her. I can reason with her. I know it. If we can talk to her face to face, maybe she will understand. It's also for our own peace of mind. Alright, come with us. I'll tell my men to avoid firing at Micaiah. Sound good? Thank you, Ike. The outer gate has been breached! The Apostle army is storming the castle! Here they come. It all ends here. Let's finish this fight quickly. All units, attack! We will not lose. We cannot lose. If we lose today, everything Peleus has done will have been in vain. In the name of King Peleus, fight for Daein! Oh, we're getting the heavy music, okay. Wait, does this... Yeah, we still get the happy bass management music. I think this is the last chapter it plays, so... Yeah. Drink it in. Anyway, this is... Let me go to conditions real quick. This is, in my opinion, the hardest map in... Well, I don't know if I think it's the hardest map in the game, it's definitely one of them. The main reason is because, see this green line that you can kind of see in the view? You can definitely see it on the map itself, but you can kind of see it in this overview. If the enemy breaks that green line, if any enemy unit crosses that line, we fail. And boy, do they have a habit of trying to break that line wherever possible. We're gonna have to depend on everybody. Thankfully, we've got some more proficient NPCs compared to the last map available, and then also these poor schmucks that are gonna die horribly. Our opponent on this map is, the sound of animals fighting. I don't know how else to describe it. We're fighting the Lagoose proper now, which is great from an XP perspective and terrible from a survival perspective. I basically need all hands on deck for this. I can't afford to have these guys far back. This is it's a little too important to waste time trying to, like, deploy unit, or, I don't know what I'm saying. So, God, I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, I need to get my best units into position as fast as humanly possible. The best way to do... Thankfully, the best way to do this is to have... Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. We're going to have Nolan and Zahark and Tyranio kind of covering this area here. And then the other thing I'm going to do is turn my animations back over to what they were before. Mainly because this map is gorgeous, even though it's not readily apparent yet, at least from the screen and whatnot. You'll see it. Other thing we have to do is get Lauren in position as fast as possible. I think what I might actually do is we're gonna have Nolan in this 3-tile wide gap. We're gonna have Nolan, Zahark, and Aaron in some combination down here, or we're gonna put Tyranio in the middle. That might also work. whoever's left over out of that group is going to be probably over here, helping to choke this point down here, and then hopping back up onto this ledge when it gets too intense. The good news is that, like I said, the NPCs on this map are very proficient. Like, this guy in particular is pretty much on par with where some of our other units are on. So, for once, setting the NPCs to roam is actually perfectly fine. They're also pretty good at sniping down these bird lagoons, who are... These hawks in particular are very, very irritating. They are the biggest threat to you failing the map, because they will just... If they see an opportunity to cross this line, they will beeline towards it and immediately cause you to fail. On a different note, what I think I'm going to do is... I think, once again, just for sanity's sake, I'm actually going to keep Meg and Fiona out here, because why the heck not? This is... Thematically, this is an all-hands-on-deck mission, even if it doesn't involve using either of these two at all. As an added wrinkle to this, and you might have seen it already, thankfully Soren doesn't have any... Yeah, Soren's still promoted, but... Our opponent for this map is Ike. And, yeah, hardest boss in the game much. You can't force him to unequip Ragnall. He is guaranteed to have it on this map regardless of what you do. As you can see here, he has near-capped stats across the board, but... This resistance in particular is a bit of a weak spot for him that you can exploit. Not in terms of, like, actually being able to completely own zone him with Micaiah. He will still destroy Micaiah if he gets the opportunity to fight her, which is not exactly something that's going to happen on this map, but it's something to keep in mind. The main way that you can kill the boss on this map is by using the sleep staff we just got, because Ike is very weak to it. That being said, good luck getting to him because of how many units he's just got in front of him right now. Good golly. As an added wrinkle to this, as I mentioned before, on top of everything else, is Fiona's got this problem too, but it's more apparent with Jill. This counts as an indoor map for some reason, even though we're clearly fighting outside. So Jill is fighting with a movement penalty. Very, very irritating. But everybody else, there's no movement penalty, and this, as you can see, an Earth Affinity map, so Nolan in particular just does better than everybody else. Let's get into it. I don't think I have to move people's items around anymore. We just gotta do this. Maiden, please take this. You are the commanding general of the Daein army. It is imperative that you lead your troops from this spot. However, with this tome, you can aid your allies from afar. Thank you. Purge Tome! Extra fun goodie for us. It's a shame that, as this guy implies, we can't leave this area. Or Micaiah can't cross this line, even though everybody else can. And boy, we're gonna need them to. I'm gonna do... I maybe should have moved Bullock, now that I think about it, but... It's fine with, like, 3 asterisks. Gonna have to do this, just because I'm gonna need him to transform early and potentially do a lot of work, but... Or at the very least, cover for me in case something slips into this area, because having, like I said, flying units, or just any unit in general, fly up through this gap and onto these tiles that are up front is one of the main ways you can lose. Jill's main job is going to be hopping up and down from this ledge and trying to protect this gap right here once this line breaks. As for everybody else, I'm going to need Laura to move down here, so we might as well start that. I'm going to move her here just to make sure that she stays fairly well covered. Same thing goes for our trio that's mainly going to be handling things down at the bottom. I don't know if this position or this position is the best one to deal with this from. The Lagoons obviously are going to charge immediately up this middle point and hop up here. So it might be better to just stay on the stairs instead of trying to cover the choke point at the bottom. Although, you might have needed an extra sword, good grief. Anyway, yeah, a bowgun with the extra damage factoring in is very stupid, as you'll see in a minute. Steel Lance for you, and we'll move Soph down to cover. Like I said, this is one of the reasons I bought that extra Beast Killer knife, is because he can potentially stop a unit from crossing up and getting into this pocket where we would really be in trouble. Same thing goes for Leonardo, I guess, although I think I'm going to keep him on the top side, just in case. Same thing goes for Edward, who really can't... Nobody else can really do anything, which, you know, what else is new? Here we go. Like I said, you don't have to worry at all about the NPCs doing anything stupid on this map. These catapults are not that good, but it does soften the enemies up to the point where once Aaron jumps down and starts going toe-to-toe with a lot of these guys, and he will have to. Same thing goes for this guy. If they're softened up even a little bit, that's more kills for me, which means more XP, which is the main reason to actually... Yep, here we go. Which is the main thing that you've got going for this map. Especially since the Lagoos hit extremely hard, Zahark, don't do this. Thank you. It's durability is a real problem because these guys hit so hard, but, like I said, with the NPCs as a backstop, I should be able to hold out. You're doing what I thought you were going to do, which is okay. I maybe should have kept Jill where she was. If I have to reset, I think I'll take care of that. You might go for Volog, which is a bit of an issue. But that bird is in range of so many guys that I think it would be... Yeah, that's a problem. Thankfully, I have a solution, but it's not easy. But it's not necessarily, like, instant. In fact, I think you have to go here, because otherwise the cats are just gonna run past me. Hopefully this guy gets distracted and doesn't immediately try to go for the goal, because that's my main concern right now. Oh good, you can get over here. Have at it. Like I said, the snow effect is just so nice on this map in particular. And thanks to Jill's status effectively as a high-flying tank, we can stop a lot of the more problematic parts of the aggression from really taking hold. Black Hawk down! Or Brown Hawk down? I don't know. Well, that was better than if I had given bonus XP over, so I'll take that. Especially since getting defense up more is really rare. Anyway, we get to show off the true power of Beast Foe with a crossbow to it. with a 56 damage shot to the head. Oh, and it's a crit just for good measure. That is 168 damage that guy effectively just took. I know you can't see the full number, but think about that. And I think I will move Tyranio up here, just because that's not fun, if I'm being honest. But with the bad biorhythms, Zahark's liable to get hit here, and I don't really want that. My kingdom for an Iron Lance. Maybe you should have bought one, because this might miss. It didn't, but always gotta think about that. First level up for Tyranio proper, but he can't get XP from many maps before this. I'll take it? That's not bad, but that's not good either. And Micaiah is stuck in one spot. Same thing with these guys. I'm gonna have Aaron stay... Actually, I think I can move Aaron down here just because I want to get him into the action as fast as possible. And then everybody else, I'll just have them stay put. Especially since, yeah, that guy ran, which is to be expected. Don't they teach cowards die in shame in, I don't know, Daein combat doctrine? Or am I confusing this with this series with Warhammer again? Dang! Somebody wants a paycheck. Oh my god, you would just run and leave me to the cats, wouldn't you? Oh. Yeah. It's the other reason to keep the NPCs on roam. They might just heal your guys instead. Or take care of a problem for you. Thank you, Mr. Sniper Man. Oh, what? Okay. That's some high mobility, don't question. Anyway, that guy is primed for being dealt with by Aaron, and I think those tiles are otherwise being blocked. Just avoid the guy with Beast Foe. Good to know that you would do that for me. 12 damage, dang, okay. Like, I know tigers are strong, but this is just a little bit crazy. I don't know what's crazier, the damage that Tyranio took or the fact that he doubles. Anyway, I think you're just dead. Yes. I think you are too. No! Okay, I need to get Jill covering that gap immediately, because otherwise we're gonna have a problem on that side. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a problem. Failing that, I can keep her on the bottom, but she's gonna take a lot of damage. Oh, that side crumbled fast, good god. I know the NPC generally tends to die pretty fast on this, but, like, this is just unprecedented. Oh god, another bird. And all those guys are about to transform, so, like I said, the fun never really ends. More animals! So many. Anyway, the other thing I keep in mind... Oh. Let's just back up one tile. I completely forgot about that part. Because I was going to move Nolan up here to have some fun, but no, I forgot Ike's range is just that big. Anyway, shift. And sit. So, I think the only unit that can really damage Aaron is the Tiger, so... yeah, let's show these guys... Let's show these guys the power of the vegetable. That is Paragon. Don't mess with it. That's nearly a full level per kill by the look of it. And he's getting more speed, which is what I need him to get. He can't get more strength, so he's getting everything else. Yo, I love me some grass. Thanks, buddy. I think he got... Did he get skill off that level up? I think he did. That's a goated Aaron, and we're not even close to being done with him. Okay, so I don't think Ike moves yet, and I think he telegraphs when he's going to move, so... Yeah, Rambo mode. Fist bump. Yeah, this isn't like when you... I don't know. I don't know what I'm going with this. With my train of thought. This is why we make forged weapons. And I can get up here. Awesome. So this side has largely been done. Now I need to be careful about Tyranio and Zahart here because, yeah, this guy's dead, but... Well, it's the tigers that do this much damage, and there's only one that can really attack me on enemy phase, so... I think it's next turn that I might want to back up and just deal with them, because... Oh no, there's two. Technically, how far can you move? You can't move up, okay. We're good there. So it's really just this guy and this guy that I have to worry about. And with Laura here, I think we're good. We're just gonna keep these guys back here. They, like I said, anybody that's stuck behind this line at this point can't really do anything, so we're good. Just keeping them as is. Oh, you want healing? I might have to oblige. Tyranio comes first and... Oh! Yeah, that's cat transformation gauges. Don't forget that part. You're gonna run, and you're actually gonna be really annoying. Although you are gonna set up a kill for Nolan next turn, so I'll take it. That Halberdier is a dead man, unfortunately. So is the Axe guy, but for unpromoted, effectively fodder, they did really good work. You're gonna attack oh, you're attacking Zahart this time, okay. Takes a crit on the chin and keeps on taking. Well, I had an Iron Sword equipped, that might be why. Now, if that Tiger can reach that Sniper, he's gonna go for... Yeah, he's gonna go for it instead. Good thing he got healed, because he's gonna need to continue to back up. That Halberdier also dies. You are doing what I thought you were gonna do. Dink. This is where most of Aaron's friends just abandon him, NPC friends abandon him, and we just have to go for broke. It's good. I'll take that level up at this point. It seems mediocre until you recognize that he has 4 cap. He's gonna have 4 cap stats by the end of this. It's a lot of tigers. And yes, if them showing up from behind where Ike is wasn't enough, they will also show up out of the walls through here. That's why this map is so difficult, is because they literally... You have animals pouring out of every single enemy. Every single space possible. They're almost like a liquid. It would be the first time that I thought a cat's like a liquid, and depending on how some of them move in those videos I see online, yeah, I could believe it. Anyway, not moving Volek down here because he untransforms, he just dies. But we can have Soph contribute to the cause. Yeah, you need to die. If I heal that guy up, is he gonna move back up over to the front lines? I don't think he can from here. Let's be nice. I surely won't live to regret that, famous last words. Give Tyrannia this one because... why not? Swap back to the Steel Lands, and... Did I move? Okay, I did not move Jill. This is the free kill, so go for it. And you can move through area, interesting. He just wants to get healed so badly. Please don't move to block. Oh, nice crit! Who was that man? Promote him. Yeah, you're gonna run away. You're not gonna do any damage, I think. Yeah, no. Aaron's got this on lock. Bounce. Fine. You're allowed one bad one. Ooh. Oh, that's a sick animation. I don't think I've ever seen that. Unfortunately, that means the tiger can move up, but he has to deal with a very dodgy Zard, who he still hits. And, okay, that... Don't keep critting, please. That could be bad. Oh, that could be really bad. Okay, never mind. Bandit saved us. The advantages of quality sword mastery, apparently. Extra defense, that might save his life. And extra speed always helps. Homeboy's got rockets attached to his feet. Nice dodge. These guys are gonna hop up. And yeah, they're only gonna go for Aaron because this is the one guy they can see. Acceptable. Jake. Okay, there's another hawk that I gotta keep track of. I don't know about Zahart's durability here. I might try to shuffle these guys around, but in order to do that, I think I would need Laura to take care of this guy, which she can do. Speaking of taking care of things, I've got nothing coming from this direction, so I can kind of leave this space under... Can I? I don't know if I can because of... where, because these tigers have surprisingly high move. But I can give them another target to hit that isn't Zahart, because he's taking a hell of a lot of damage every time he gets hit. The cat's a bigger issue, I think I can have Zahart heal himself, and then we'll do this just because it's funny. I don't know. Gave him the extra healing item for a reason. And as for you, yeah, let's do that. Good damage is always good. More defense is good, although admittedly that's kind of a mediocre level up. More gas in the tank. I think you just need to heal right now. Can you kill both of these guys on enemy base and not die? Yes, but we're gonna have more coming in, and a Vulnerary at that point isn't gonna cut it, so... Yeah, why don't you top off here? And I'll kind of keep I want to keep everybody put for the time being, just because... I don't trust the NPCs to not, go for these guys, which I think are the main threat right now. Oh yeah, especially if that guy is just a dingus. Actually, that might help. Saw you doing that, that's okay. These guys are gonna continue to try and knob on its face. Limited success. I think once these tigers are dealt with, I think next turn I'm gonna have to move him back up, because there's no reason to keep him down right now. Aaron back up on top of the cliff. Ooh, that's one way to end things in style. You're both running for Jill by the look of things. That's not a bad choice, honestly, because she can't kill either of them. Anything to give me extra avoid or defense would do me justice right now. That's neither, but it's strength. Oh, am I kidding? I'm about to get... Nope! Forgot about you. More friends at the bottom, okay. There's a couple, like, super-duper surprise friends that, or, what am I saying? There's a couple of surprises that show up towards the back of the map later, but they haven't shown up yet. That's good. If I do that, you run. If I jump down here, you die, so I don't really have a choice in the matter here. Yeah, thanks, guy. Now we're all stuck. Or how far can you get? Perfect. Okay. I can go ahead and do this. Take care of this guy. And with what we're doing here. That guy will probably run back, so I might as well make the most out of this situation while I can. And then, like I said, I'm keeping an eye on the Hawk Lagoose for the time being, because I really don't want him to ruin my day. What are you doing? You got balls, son, I'll give you that. Well, especially since, yeah, the Physic Bishop is gonna heal him. Thank you, that's another problem dealt with. I don't know if those Ballista are out of ammo yet or not. Clearly not if they're still going. You know, I'm trying to keep these fools alive, and they just don't seem interested. Nothing wrong with that, mind you, but still, something to keep in mind. I wanted that. Okay, I'll take the bird instead. You need to hit those birds. Oh, I just recognized, is that guy in range of... More birds, okay. Are you in range of... Yeah, if I don't kill this guy right now, I'm in trouble, so... Yeah, Aaron, go. Otherwise, we actually, like, legit fail the map. Aaron understands the objective. Thank God. Thank God. Just keep doing you, buddy. You're doing great. Bit extra off the chin there. And then, yeah, with you, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna move guys around. Nolan is kind of in the perfect spot where I don't have to do anything with him, but as for everybody else... That'll help in a minute. Mr. Laura, you need to get back here, because this side's gonna take some more damage, if I haven't anything to say about it. Watch out for your hand axe on something. I think Jill can take on all these guys just fine. In fact, that tiger might run if the guy at the ballista decides to go for him. We'll back up one still. Because like I said, I think we'll be fine on enemy phase. Speaking of enemy phase... You know, as much as I love how this guy is effectively giving me free bonus experience, I really have to wonder if he could do me a solid and, like, actually heal one of my guys instead. That being... I mean, nobody needs it, it would still be a nice gesture. So, 3, 3, and then, like, 12, I think? For Tyrannia is incredibly strange, but I'll take it. It's a dodgy motherfucker. I mean, they're cats, I think he goes without saying? Okay, that's unusual. Dink. I guess they... Oh god, I forgot to turn off Tyrannia's battle animations. Nobody did anything to anybody there! What happened? Yeah, 11. Nice job. Again, it's always like, with Jill, it's always like 1 or 2, and they're good. They're good stats. They're stats that I need. But it's also just like, you can't give me anything else? Oh my god, girl, come on! Work with me here. Yep, that's what I was worried about. You are... Yeah, you're at it. Oh, that was a killer ballista, too. Okay. Well, we're hanging in there. I just don't know how we're doing it. To be honest, I never really understand, but... You can take a hit on the dome. I'll take the level up too. Probably not going to be a good one. It's decent. He once again refuses to level strength, but... It's not really a problem when you're rocking this strategy, but it's still annoying to be annoying. And what I'm going to do is equip the Steel Lance and then shove Laura. There we go. That way if I need to get her up here, which I will, I can do that. And yeah, the reinforcements over in that top corner seem bad, but From my experience, they're really not. They have to go through this guy who's pretty tough, but then they also have to go through... Wait, no. Okay. I thought I could shove this guy with Meg for some reason, which actually would have been helpful, but yeah, 18 weight to 12? That's not happening. That being said, I forget if these guys will actually move into position or not. In fact, what I could do is start running Volog over, and then Soph could take over on body blocking duty. Again, he doesn't have that much to level, so anything goes. That being said, he would cap speed if he got one more level, so... He's looking like one of the units on Ike's team, now that I think about it. He might be the only one other than, I guess, Zahart that's really acting like that. And then we'll just do this. These next couple turns are going to be a little bit dicey, but yeah. That'll actually help. Thank you! See, that's very nice of you. Now I can have Laura do some work. And remember when I said we didn't have to worry? Well... Oh. Please don't make me a liar. Interesting. Words said by every Fire Emblem player at least once. This is, okay, 11, he's fine. I can't heal him, which is annoying, but... Yeah, that's what Resolve is for. He suddenly got a lot tankier. Oh, Soth, okay. This might be bad? Oh no, it's fine. Potentially. Good thing I put Volog and Soth into good spots, because otherwise I think these Hawks would have just beelined to get to the green. Not that they need a turn to get up there, but it's still really annoying. Okay, so... with what we've got in mind here, I guess these two can combine for a kill, and then the thing is, I kind of need Soap to get this, and the Beast Killer doesn't work on these guys. I wish it did, but it doesn't. The Plum Knife doesn't do enough, so... Yes, I actually have to do this. And hope that this connects, because this guy is just feeling groovy for whatever reason. Good, thank you, Laura. Oh my god, girl, okay. I see you. She was like, whose stats are low? Excuse me? Let's do this, because... yeah, I don't want to redo what I've been doing so far again. Yeah, that's the best thing that I can throw at you. And I forget if this is the turn that I need you to move. Even if I did need you to move, you can move back pretty far, so I'll keep you here for the time being. Continue. This is working quite well, actually. Although I just recognized you could be a problem later if I don't find a way to deal with you, but I think I can manage. Anyway. Zahar, you kinda need this more than Nolan does. So, I really have two choices here. I can have Jill move over here to give... Yeah, because Leonardo's not in range, although... If I did this, would he be? Nope, still not. Still nothing? Dang. That's barely not enough. Only... I could... There was no way I would be able to get him a longbow, but just thinking about it, that would really help. $56. This is ugly. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Do you double? I don't think you do. I should have probably double-checked this hit rate, but... Yep, second hit headed for home. That was good. Anyway, I'll need to... Can I swing you? Perfect. Because, yeah, this guy can't get to the line, but... I almost feel like, no, that guy's gonna run up, so maybe I just have Bullock here to block. And, this is starting to look really bad, but... We're kind of at the point where our forces are starting to break, but the good news is that we do have a little bit of backup, still. Especially since, yep, that's what I thought was gonna happen. You're gonna run away, which is good. Don't mind that kill there, that wasn't worth much anyway. And you are gonna run back up to high ground. That's good. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, Aaron is weirdly tankier, but I'm not gonna let that slow Tyrannia down at this point. Oh. Hi, are you safe? Wait, that was a dumb question, wasn't it? I don't think any of us are safe at the moment. Are you guys finished with the preparations? Yeah, the rest of the force is on its way. They should arrive any minute. Alright, once we merge, we'll launch the attack. Raphael, are you ready? Let's go look for Micaiah. Do not leave my side. These be your glowing edge. Yes, Queen Nyla. I'll be closer to you than your own shadow. Bit of activity on the bottom side of the map. It might be a good time to get people into better positions. Granted, it's a little hard to do that at the moment, given that we're a little preoccupied and these two goobers are kind of in the way. But Aaron can move upstairs, which is what I needed to do. Yeah, the game does telegraph whenever, because like I was saying earlier, this is a... Actually, wait. Oh yeah, they don't even appear on the map, okay. I was just thinking about, like, what Nyla and Raphael are really doing, but... I'm gonna back Nolan up one tile, and then he's gonna go ahead and use his trusty bowgun for me one more time. I think we've gotten to the point where most of the main force is caught up, but... Why don't you give me that, because otherwise we might be in a bit of a pickle later on. Yeah, this is free. Might as well take it. It's a lot of XP. Aaron has gotten more than his fill and is actually pretty dangerous at this point, but it's all in good fun, I guess. Let's go ahead and help out our archer friend here. And as for other stuff, what was that noise? Might have just been some static, for all I know. I might have to check tape later to see if anything broke. Actually, I could also do this real quick. Nope, we're good. Yeah, I don't know what that sound was. I think it might have been, like, coming from, like, my headphone jack or something. We'll see. We'll see later. Okay, I think I've got units in the spots that I want them to be in for the time being. Yeah, go ahead and kill steal. Thank you, Mr. Bishop. No, what are you doing? Please don't immediately run up and cross the line of scrimmage. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's bad, because I need to move Jill where the ballista is. Like, now. Because I think that guy might just run past me if he sees the opportunity. I maybe should have set the NPCs to halt, now that I think about it. Look who it is! Yeah, you didn't expect the full Grail mercenaries to start showing up, did you? That is an Oscar that is like 2 stones throws away from promotion, and looks a lot better than I remember him being. I don't know. Same thing goes for Titania, because, like, yeah, it's... One is a lot like the other, I suppose. We already had to deal with these 3, and now we have to deal with Mia, who basically is primed to make a Jill sandwich if she spawned on the other side of the map. Miss 2 can definitely heal, and then a freshly promoted Void with Colossus. Yeah, there's a reason that I got Aaron out of dodge while the going was good, because I don't envy anybody that's stuck over there. God help you if Rolf is promoted, because he will absolutely massacre anybody that's left down here. Because that range gets upped by quite a bit. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna hold the line up here. That seems like a pretty safe thing to do. With these guys. And then... I'm gonna need to give you... This is gonna seem weird, but Aaron is basically done for this mission. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. He's not completely unequipped, but you'll see why that's important later. Thank you for stopping the worst from happening, Joe. Very kind of you. Okay, so, yeah, protect that man, he's a hero. I hope he backs up. I can't imagine a world where he doesn't. So, this archer in particular, I guess I should highlight him really briefly because we're almost done here. Well, hopefully we're almost done here. The NPCs on this map are generally pretty good, even if they are a little oddly aggressive. This guy is a whole nother beast, though. I've seen him basically solo the trio of Lagoos that spawn down here. He's an absolute legend. He's a bit of an... Actually, he's a bit of an urban legend within the Fire Emblem community. He's just that good, but... Especially when you compare him to how the Dawn Brigade generally fares. We don't need to guard this ledge anymore, even though there's this cat right here, so... We're just going to put Lagoos right up, or we're going to put Boland right up here. We're going to keep our other units as far back as possible. I guess so could go for this. Get a little more XP. Actually get a level up out of it. That was worth it, I think. Yes. Our phasers are at the ready, Captain. Yep, you retreat to safety. I mean, I wanted that, but okay. Interesting that those cats on points for. Yep, okay, that's why I backed everybody up. Mist moving forward is not some, like, failure to adhere to a certain protocol. She wouldn't move if Ike didn't decide to move too. Oh my god, he managed to catch up, okay. Yeah, good thing that I moved, because those tigers are super scary. That guy did hit with a 32, so that's not fun. Dude, what are you doing? Okay, we're good. Oh, Sword doesn't move. Funny. Yeah, don't worry about Nyla. She doesn't attack anybody. But, yeah, they're a little late to the party. Maybe it's a good thing, too, because Shannon would absolutely murder anybody that he comes into contact with. That extra range, man, that can kill you. Speaking of killing me, yeah, everybody back up, like, now. Yeah, we're talking bows, crossbows, the works. If I don't move people back now, I'm gonna regret it. I'm not that worried about Zahark. I am worried about that killing edge, though, so maybe this is a good idea. Thankfully, Tyranio can get out of dodge easily enough. Good job on this map. Uh-oh. Crap. Fiona. Actually, wait a minute. See, I told you it was a good idea to bring these guys. You don't have anything that I would want you to have, anyway. Oh, dear, I just recognized something. Wait a minute. That could be a problem, because this guy can still move, so... maybe that was a mistake? Because nobody can... yeah, nobody can bail. Ooh, that might be bad. Yes, I know it's just Fiona, but that's still gonna bug me if I don't do this. Alright, Eddie, you'll have to... you'll have to block that tile, because I don't know if, well, just because I can get there doesn't mean that... he might get distracted by the NPCs. That could also happen. Because if I remember right, we have to survive end phase. It's not good enough for us to just make it to the end of our turn, if memory serves. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna lose at the last second here, especially if Eddie dies. Thankfully, these guys might form a blockade. No? Or all of the Laguz will, one of the two. That guy's just... okay, the cat's just dead. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, I think we won. Somehow. Yeah, there's Ike, but he can't attack... well, he can attack them. Why would you seek me out? I won't have mercy on my enemies. That goes for former allies, too. This is why I didn't want to deal with Ike, because of that. If it wasn't enough for that guy to just be dead, Boyd was just immediately like, no, die. Okay, I don't know how, but... game. Maiden of Dawn, the enemy is approaching. Please, you must withdraw inside the castle. Our defenses have been broken. We did everything we could. It's only a matter of time now. Daein's soldiers, pull back immediately. Take up positions inside the castle. We won't let them take us without a fight. The inner gate has been breached! It's only a matter of time before they break through the inner walls. That was fast. We didn't even get a chance to rest. Is there anything else we can do? King Peleus has worked so hard to find the answer. Was it for nothing? There must be something, a rumor, an old folklore, anything. I mean, I don't know. I guess this makes sense if Peleus is still alive, which he is, but... yeah, this makes a lot... yeah. Hold on, didn't Lady Almeida seem to know something about the Blood Pact? Come to think of it, she recognized the mark on the pact on Peleus' arm right away, like she'd seen one before. I think this dialogue is where it's different. You're right. Why didn't I realize it sooner? Where is she? Where is Lady Almeida? General, it's no use. We can't hold them off any longer. Enemy troops have broken through and are headed this way. Escape while you can. No, I must find Lady Almeida. Everything depends on it. Break down that gate. If they won't come out, we'll just let ourselves in. All forces, advance. Ike, we have a problem. A big problem. All this battlefield chaos is starting to really affect the Lagoos. They're on the verge of losing control. I can't stop them, Ike. If they find Micaiah, they're going to tear her apart. I guarantee it. But we need to get them under control. Where's Skrimir? Sheesh! What a relief to finally have the end of this thing in sight. I can't believe what a fight the Daein army put up, especially considering their numbers. Wait a minute. Hey, Elky, what the heck is that on the horizon? It's flying towards us. The flapping sounds heavier than a wyvern. It sounds huge. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. All units, get down. Now! All of you are ordered to throw down your weapons and cease fighting. Do this for your own welfare. Ina, Valencia, what's going on here? It's a black dragon of Gordoa. The barn, what's going on? Why are you asking me? All I know is that I'm not ready to step up to a black dragon. Did you see that blast? Point taken. All units, retreat. Platoon commanders, gather your men. I've heard of timely interventions, but this is ridiculous. What just happened? Why did the Apostles' army leave? And what was that horrible sound? Micaiah! Kurth! Where have you been? I haven't seen you since you left for home. How did you get here? Why would you even come to a horrible place like this? I wanted to save you. And my sister as well. Your sister? She's here? Never mind that now. I'm just glad you're safe. Are you hurt? No, I don't think so. I'm just very confused right now. The subhumans are here! Protect the maiden with your lives! Stop! Stand down! All of you! Good thing those two listened. Queen Mad, Raphael, thank you. Thank you so much. It's alright, Micaiah. It'll be alright. That black dragon is Prince Kurthnaga? Sheesh, I thought the lions got big. Ah, it's the sun, isn't it? I thought maybe the Dragon King had shrunk a bit in his old age. You all know the Dragon Prince of Gordoa? Yeah, Gordoa hosted a meeting of Lagoo's royalty 3 years ago. That's when Tabarn and I met him. Yeah, that was a big deal in Path of Radiance. I actually forgot that that happened until I played it. They sunk an animated cutscene into that and everything. It was considered a big deal, but they never really established why, and yeah, now you're seeing it, the effects of it. I think it was mostly that, like, Daein was concerned about what was happening and what Ashnard was doing, but yeah, this is different entirely. Valencia and I met him around the same time. I'd say he was a nice kid, except that he's older than all of us put together. The prince hopes to avoid the complete destruction of Daein and its people. He wishes us to stop the fighting. We would like to ask that you implement a ceasefire and hold a peace talk. We have attempted to hold peace talks with Daein on multiple occasions. They refuse to listen to reason and instead choose to fight. We have no more time to waste on people who choose war over peace at every turn. Your people are waiting for you in Benion. Is that what presses you? It's not just that. All this strife and chaos has affected the medallion. It's shining brighter each day. No, that can't be! The blue flame burns once more. The light that radiates from the medallion looks like a blue fire. It's this flaming aura that has earned the medallion its other name, the Fire Emblem. The Fire Emblem. The flames on the Fire Emblem indicate the awakening of the Dark God. If the war is allowed to continue, nothing can stop the Dark God's awakening. We must halt this fighting. If there is a way to stop the fighting, we shall do everything in our power to aid in that effort. We have pursued peace since this began. Then let us wait until Prince Kurthnaga returns. He is speaking with the leaders of Daein now. Valencia, what are you doing here? Did Ida and Kurth ask you to bring them to this battle? No, that wasn't the case. Prince Kurthnaga and I ran into each other on our way here. We are actually in Daein to look for Count Bastion of Fair. Lucia, you're here too? Of course, I cannot let Her Majesty out of my sight. You know that. Bastion, he's been so good about sending me reports until recently. He was searching for the Black Knight, right? After the Mad King's War, Benion sent an envoy to investigate war crimes committed during Ashnard's reign. The Black Knight had already left Daein before the Empire's observer arrived. Where he went remains a mystery. That was the last piece of information we received from Bastion. Then he sent word saying that something more important had come up with regards to Crimea. He's been missing ever since. I haven't heard a single word from him. Bastion likes to keep his secrets. He's probably just laying low somewhere. I'm not so sure. He must have found something important, some new piece of information that he had to pursue. I ordered Joffrey to watch over Crimea, and came here to begin a search for Bastion. It's too dangerous for you and Lucia to travel by yourselves. Why don't you come with us? Everyone would love having you two around. Thank you, Ike. We'll gladly accept the offer. Royalty who listens to reason, who would have thought? Anyway. If I remember right, this also leads into extensive cutscenes, and we are at the very end of part 3. Normally I'd go late, but honestly, like, I'm kind of iffy on whether or not I want to do that at this point. My voice is already kind of starting to fade out, so maybe it's a good idea that we find a raid target. Let's go ahead and do that. I think that sounds good. Yeah, regular size stream, and it definitely... I would say things escalated quickly, but they already have. But like I said, there's a couple... I'm curious who streams on Wednesdays usually. While I'm waiting, let me go ahead and do a couple things here.